welcome to our very first Creating a Bright Future for 2025. I'm so excited about this year. I am very excited about tonight's guest presenter. Thank you, Adam Buechner, for agreeing to be our presenter tonight.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here, Mama. We're so excited for 2025. It is going to be the most awesome year yet.
Yes. It's what we think about, what we believe, what we visualize, what we can see clearly in our mind, and we know with all of our being how passionate and excited we are about our business, about helping others, about creating a bright future for so many people and possibilities for so many people if they are interested and the time is right. Adam and I have just landed from our 2.5-week holiday. We went to Tokyo in Japan, then to Osaka, and then Osaka, and then to Bali, and then to Sydney, and then home to Brisbane, and here we are with you tonight. So I think that's pretty good. And what a way to start back for both of us. And I hope that this is a great night for all of you to be back in the headspace, getting really clear and having some more ideas on some skills and strategies for 2025. Our years of experience. Can you hear us fine?
Just cutting in and out, Louise. It's cutting in and out for me. I don't know about others. Yeah. Some of the others are saying it's hard to hear.
Is that better now?
Yes, as you move closer to the microphone, maybe, yeah.
Fabulous. I think actually my AirPods
That's it.
to pick up the volume, which are on the other side of the room.
Thank
so
you.
It's always interesting.
So many devices. Very good. So I have asked Adam to share a little, as I ask each speaker for the year, and I really would love your support of watching every speaker for every month of this year. And I've asked Adam Buechner to talk a little bit about what are some of his learnings from his Nutrimetics business, what is working for him, what are his skills, what are his strategies for the year. And if you could just take a little bit of this information, because we all have to work with our own personalities and our own styles. But I think that when we're in front of others and we are trying to portray to others our enthusiasm and our commitment and our focus, we need to pick it up an extra degree. And I don't know about you, but when I stand in front of a little group of people to do a makeup masterclass or a workshop, or whether I'm greeting someone at the front door who's coming to my home to have a beautiful free facial from me, and I don't think I've ever charged for a facial in my whole life, but what I have done is built an amazing business through the Nutrimetics opportunity, through the products, and our products are superb. And the feedback that I'm getting about our skincare and the girls who are doing their one-on-one free facials is just superb as well. And in fact, I've been told just in the last 3 weeks that the people that received a free facial from some of our girls, it was the best facial they've ever had in their life, and they've been going to many beauty therapists to have facials. So that is a great tick for us, and I hope it gives you a lot of confidence that you learn the skills, you study on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you want to do, study your techniques, study your movements and your massage, study your makeup. And I know that as Adam does his makeup masterclasses, the 16s and 17-year-olds often, and the 13-year-olds have more skills than the 60-year-olds. So we have a whole new generation to work with as well. And so many people are so thrilled with the opportunity to learn from us, learn from our experience. So Adam, you have studied this industry now for many, many years.
Yes.
You, when you first joined with me, could you admit the ladies? When you first joined with me, you let me know that you would do the facials but wouldn't do any makeup. And my reply to you stating that to me was, well, you just halved your business and you've halved your income. He said, okay, I better do some makeup then. And so if you ever think you've stepped out of your comfort zone, can I tell you, this young guy has stepped out of his comfort zone big time and made such a success of it. So Adam, you are on track to turn over $3 million this year. Last year was absolutely exceptional for you. Through all the trends of COVID, whatever, we've managed to bounce back to really not think of new ideas, but just go with what was possible, whether COVID was on, COVID was just over, or we are in a new year for 2025. It is about just pivoting, and I didn't like that word in COVID, by the way. I was over the word pivot, but it is a little bit of pivoting. But can I tell you, it's only a little bit. It's a new twist on the old method of working.
Yes.
And to me, this business is all about bookings, sponsoring, selling, training, and training yourself as well as training your team. So I'd love to hand over to you, Adam, to talk about creating a remarkable, extraordinary business that will fit, that fits your lifestyle, but will fit so many of the lifestyles that the girls and guys on tonight have as part of their life, and what they can possibly do to make it even better and make it greater and embrace the passion and enthusiasm inside them. So over to you, Adam.
Thank you, Mum. And thanks everyone for joining us tonight. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a recap for those of you that I haven't met before or haven't heard my story in a little while. I've been with Nutrimedics now for many years. This is my second time with Nutrimedics, so my 7th year since I joined as a brand new consultant, and I'm an executive sales director. We have 20 ESM ships within our business, so really exciting, a team of 20 sales managers and above. Our business turned over well over $2 million last year, which was exceptional. We had our best year ever. And my income from my Nutrimedics business last year as well was over $250,000. So I wanted to let you know that, because if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. And I'm going to teach you some of the strategies, the techniques, and the mindset that have really held me in good stead to continuously build my business. And it hasn't been easy. We had huge growth during COVID, 600% increase, and then we had a 50% decrease, and we had to claw back. And gosh, that clawing really took it out of me. It was, there was a lot of grit, there was a lot of determination, there were tears. It's hard at times when your business isn't in growth to put it back into that trajectory, into that vibration of growth and moving forward and abundance. And I'll talk to you about abundance tonight, because that's my word for the year. So I'd love for you to think about perhaps what's your word for the year. Everyone I talk to, all my friends and my managers, I've been chatting to them about, if you could choose one word to sum up your year that you want to bring into every aspect of your business, your personal life, your being, what would that word be? And for me, that's abundance. And interestingly, when you talk about something, of course, it pops up on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. So I was watching a little reel just today about abundance. And one of the guys that I'll reference during my talk tonight, he talks about abundance is more than enough. So telling yourself that I am more than enough, I have more than enough. And whatever that word is for you, that's what you'll attract this year. your vibrations will match that word if you really bring that into the essence of your 2025. So I'm excited about you creating your word, and perhaps while you think about it during the Zoom, you might like to pop it in the chat. I know Lena just said, yep, hands up for abundance. Love that too. Trina, commitment. Absolutely fabulous. So I have two businesses really that feed into one another. I have my Nutrimetics business, which I absolutely love, and I have my makeup artistry business, which I absolutely love as well. And my makeup artistry business feeds into my Nutrimetics business, and my Nutrimetics business feeds into my makeup artistry business. So a few stats from the combined business last year. I ran 433 makeup masterclasses last year, which was mind-blowing when I looked at that. I did not think I ran that many classes, which was really exciting. We had over 5,000 attendees. So whether that's facials, workshops, makeup masterclasses, group presentations, whatever it is for you, it's a funnel where we can meet people and share with them the incredible products that we have within this amazing brand. I painted 485 faces, apparently, so 485 makeups. We welcomed 4 new staff members to our team. So I have an office and a hub where we have girls that work on social media, that do accounts, that work on training and development within the team. And something that I learned early on in my Nutrimetics business, and Mum's really been a mentor in this teaching, is that if you can employ help and you can go out and do more of what you love and more of what's going to build your business, then do it. And for me, that started with 5 years ago when I restarted my Nutrimetics business, beautiful girl called Taz. Taz contacted me about working in the beauty industry. We did a few workshops together. Wasn't really for her, but I said to her at one of our Monday night beauty classes, would you like to come and work in our office for 4 hours a week? Because I'd really love some help. And she said, I would absolutely love to. So Taz was 17 at the time. Taz has been with our business for 5 years now within the AB Beauty office. And now he's training the other girls and coaching Zooms and is incredible, and now works 40 hours a week, sometimes more, and has traveled with me as well, running the makeup masterclasses. So even if it's 4 hours a week that you could have someone help you with some of the monotonous, boring tasks that you do not love to do, that do not energize you, that do not bring you abundance, or whatever your word is, then I suggest you make the decision to do it, because I am so glad that I did that. And that has really afforded me to build the business that I have today. I ran my first international makeup masterclass series in New Zealand. So that was really exciting. We ran classes over 8 states and territories, 5 overseas trips last year. I had both with Nutrimetics and personal overseas trips, and 48 flights. Apparently I was on 48 flights last year, which is just, I love flying. I think it's the most beautiful thing. I love being up in the air. I love new destinations. I love traveling. So for me, I feel like I'm really living my truth and where I'm meant to be. And it's just so freaking exciting. So I hope that you can find that place for you this year and move towards that. So I put together a little bit of a presentation tonight that I wanted to share with you about the Nutrimetics income and career path, because it's great to know how to get there. You know, once we have these goals, these dreams, these plans, our word for the year, how do we create the income and how do we step up the career path to move towards more income, more time, more joy, more love, more family, more everything that we want in our lives. So I'm just going to share my screen with you, and everything's working great today. It's very exciting. Okay, so first of all, we know there's so many reasons why we can build a Nutrimetics business. Personal development, I mean, the growth that we can go through with being surrounded by others that have learned so many incredible skills, the mentors that we have, the leadership programs, the trainings, the conferences, being on Creating a Bright Future from all of the people we've heard from over the past few years. That's a blessing in itself and a joy. I mean, time, being able to work your own business and your own boss. I know I was chatting to my brother, and we spent 18 days away traveling on a big family trip, which was absolutely amazing. And he was registering for the cruise because he's achieved our Nutrimetics trip New Image Rewards trip in March. And he's like, gosh, it's going to be hard to get this time off work because I've already just had this time off as well. I approve all my own leave. I absolutely love that. I can work as much or as little as I want to. And yes, I do work big hours, but I also go on lots of holidays and have lots of time off. So I would prefer to work big hours in shorter periods of time and then enjoy life for the rest of the time. We've got money. Who doesn't love more money? Is there anyone out there that would not like more money? No, can't see any hands going up. So, more money in the bank, more money to do the things that we want to do, whether it's a company car, whether it's to put in a pool, whether it's to buy a new home. 2 years ago, I bought my first property and it's just been rented. I've just leased it out because for this year, I want to create more financial abundance. So I'm not really there often. So I thought, why not create an incredible investment out of this property? So love that, to be able to travel the world. I can't believe that in just 4 weeks or less, we'll be back overseas traveling through to Singapore and Penang and Phuket. And we have 30 something people in our team coming along from the Louise Buechner and Adam Buechner sort of team. So we are just so excited to have those incredible experiences and to be able to travel to Borneo in September. I mean, I am just so excited. I have been researching Borneo all day, and there's so much that I want to do. So can't wait to find out more about that. So lots of reasons to build a beauty business, but maybe write down some of your key ones. What comes to mind for you? What do you want more of this year? What would bring you more joy? What would bring you more fulfillment? What will bring you more happiness? Have a think about that and feel free to pop some comments in the chat. So the pathway to build a successful Nutrimetics business and $1 million Nutrimetics business is free, $0. I mean, how cool is that? So we put on a challenge for our team last month to sponsor 50 people, and we had 14 people in the team sponsor 50 new VIPs into the business, which personally, and I would love to give you a challenge to sponsor 50 people in the month of February. I mean, why not? It's $0. They have the option to be able to shop for themselves, for family and friends. The more people that we have in the team, the faster our business will grow. So give yourself a stretch challenge for February, because I promise you that that will give you growth in your business over the next few months. Then we have this incredible rewards program, which has just been updated from the 1st of February. So over $1,000 worth of freebies for selling $1,000 BV in the first 60 days. There are referral rewards as well. I mean, to refer 4 people to join for $0. If David Jones had a program where you received 4 gifts for referring 4 people to join their David Jones VIP email listing, everyone would do it. So it's an incredible opportunity for us to share this rewards program with everyone that joins. And some will go on and achieve the rewards and some won't, but let's create excitement about this rewards program. I find whenever they do a little tweak, I get really excited about it again because it's new. So there's a sheet mask that I see reward for friends, and I love that sheet mask. So I'm very excited about that. So this is a new way for us to be able to promote, share, do some videos, some tutorials, some training, and become re-energized about our incredible rewards program that we have with Nutrimetics. Personal sales is how we earn the majority of our income when we first get started. And I'm a big believer in selling minimum $4,000 per month. $4,000 per month is doing approximately 8 workshops, get-togethers, group presentations, master classes, perhaps some few more facials, and then you're earning $1,800 per month. But what's great is you're not capped with your income with Nutrimetics. So if you were to sell $10,000 for the month, you'd earn $4,500. And you can really break this down. Like if I was to say that it would be like, I really wanted to earn a great income from Nutrimetics. So I was going to spend 1 hour a day working on selling platinum. So if I sold 1 platinum set a day in 1 hour, Then my sales for the month would be retail, $8,970. Divide that by 1.1 equals the BV. So my income on that from spending 1 hour a day selling a platinum set would be $3,669. I mean, how many people could we contact in an hour to talk to them about platinum? It's pretty incredible when we break it down. And I've found over the past few years that the busier my schedule is, the more effective I am with my time as well. So I really love to block it out. I love to plan every half an hour block from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed to really maximize both time I spend in my business, the time that I spend with my friends, my family. So for me, looking at what I'm selling for the month and looking at where I'm going in my projection for chart for my business comes back to where I spend my time. So I would love to encourage you to have a look at what your time looks like for the month of February. What have you got planned? And how can you start to time block this to really make it an effective month? Then you step up. So we can also earn money with Nutrimetics through building a team. And building a team is my absolute passion. I love selling products. I love helping people with their skin. I love running the makeup master classes. But what brings me the most joy is seeing others earn an income, achieve the company trips, achieving the makeup case, the jewelry. You know, it's so exciting to be able to help others along this way. So group leader, $2,500 and 3 VIPs. And then they receive the makeup case. They also then receive a bonus, so an extra 3% on their team, which is an extra few dollars in the pocket. Why not? We then have senior group leader, $5,000 BV and 5 VIPs, receive the beautiful Pandora bracelet. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I actually wasn't very excited about this bracelet until a few of the girls in my team started to receive it. And one of the girls, Bianca, who lives in Brisbane, she works in fashion. She opened it. I was there with her. We were running some classes together and she put it on and she's like, this is absolutely stunning. And I was like, it really is. Like this photo does not do it justice. It is a stunning bracelet. Diane, do you have yours on by any chance? Or does anyone have one on to sort of flash? Not now, but oh, there, Vicky has hers. Thank you, Vicky. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So love that. And of course, a 4% bonus, senior group leader, when you step up to that level and maintain. Then we have sales manager, $10,000 in a month and 10 VIPs. Receive an Apple iPad and then a 5% bonus. So an extra $500 a month for elevating to sales manager. Nutrimetics has then just launched a new 2-month program to become an executive sales manager. And at first I was a little apprehensive about a 2-month program because I like it to be short and sweet and to the point. But what I do love about this is the transition from the 10,000 to the 15,500. There's now a stepping stone in between, which actually makes me really happy. So I've decided that I love it. And month 1 is $12,500 team sales, BV, and $15,500 for month 2. Now, then you elevate to executive sales manager. This unlocks company cars, international travel, and executive bonuses. And when I like to, again, break this down, because 15,500 seems like quite a bit, particularly if you're new, you're watching this, you're like, oh my gosh, I just sold my first platinum set. How am I going to sell 15,500 per month? Well, you could break this down a few different ways. So if I broke that down in platinum sets, so we'll divide that by the BV of a platinum set now is around $299. So it's around 52 platinum sets for the month. You and your team selling 52 5-piece platinum sets for the month. I mean, that's seems a little bit more achievable. Another way you could break it down is workshops. So a workshop, group presentation, makeup masterclass, a party, whatever we want to call them. If we divide the 15,500 by the average within the Nutrimetics business, which is $500 per BV per group presentation, then that would be 31. So 31 group presentations throughout the month. So you might be doing 2 a week, You might have someone else do 2 a week. You might have someone else do 1 a week. You might have another person do 1 a fortnight, and then a few home shoppers placing orders for themselves, family, and friends. So when you break this down, it really is achievable to elevate to executive sales manager. Last year in 2024, we had 12 executive sales managers, sales directors, or executive sales directors elevate. And I believe that there were 2 main reasons why we had such success within the business. Number one is the belief. I believe that anyone can elevate to executive sales manager and level up to sales director and level up their business to executive sales director if they have the passion, the grit, the determination. You can learn the skills, right? It's an attitude to step up to there. And number 2 is once it starts to happen within your team, or once you become a group leader, you know how to show someone else how to become a group leader. And once you become a senior group leader, you can show someone else how to become a senior group leader. So there is this domino effect of excitement. And every month we're celebrating and elevating new managers and directors within the team because the excitement's there. And it starts with us, right? It starts with us and it continues from there. So let's talk about some income examples. It's great to earn income. So beauty VIP. I joined as a beauty VIP. I do 2 workshops, so I'll sell $1,000 in my first month. I earn $300. I might have 2 other new VIPs. My sister and my mum both wanted to have their own account, and they placed some orders, so they spent $500 each. They got their freebies, which was great. I didn't earn anything from them doing that, but they're happy they're using some new products, so that's fabulous. Group leader is where we start to earn that additional income on our team. So here's an example of a group leader doing 4 workshops, having some VIPs, and you can see that then the income for the month is $814, plus, of course, the makeup case. And I'll share these slides with you too. A senior group leader, 6 workshops throughout the month. So $3,000 in sales, some VIPs, placing some orders, doing some workshops, achieving their rewards. There's an extra 0 in there. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, yes,
$1,480. At least the comma's in the right place. So $1,480 for going out and doing 6 workshops and helping some people. I mean, that's a great extra part-time income. Multiply that by 10. That's an extra $14,800, which is now written there, in 10 months. I mean, that's a trip to Europe that you could take the family to. Qantas has just launched flights return to London for $1,700. I mean, I'm excited. I would go out and do an extra few workshops to book another trip to Europe. Would love that. And the beautiful Pandora bracelet. Sales manager, 8 workshops throughout the month. So 2 workshops a week, welcoming some VIPs. Perhaps you have someone in the team elevator and step up to group leader. They're doing a little bit more than the group leader figures because they're excited. So income here on that $10,000 a month team, $2,300. Great part-time income. Executive sales manager. And this is for me where it gets really exciting as a part-time income, because not only are you able to earn income on your personal sales, going out and doing your workshops, but also the bonus on your team. You then receive, we've got the Kia here, the new Kia, which is exciting, or cash for car promotion, which is $500 a month for not taking a company car. And then you start to earn elevation bonuses. So when you elevate a group leader or a senior group leader or a sales manager in your team, you receive bonuses. And they can add up really quickly. I know we have an incredible manager in our team, Belinda. Mel is the upline who's on tonight, Mel Livermore. And Belinda earned an incredible income in her first month because she had so many elevations come through her team and through her business. So super exciting. And then 2 trips a year. So Singapore and our cruise in March, and then Borneo in September. I mean, in the last 16 years throughout the 2 times that I've been with Nutrimedics, I've been on over 20 international trips courtesy of Nutrimedics. It's just been absolutely incredible to see the world. And every time they launch a target, doesn't matter how challenging the target is, I know that I'm going to do whatever it takes to achieve that ticket, because I do not want to miss out on that super exciting incentive and trip away. Then we have sales director, and this is an example from last year from one of the sales directors in our business. So they sold $4,000 for the month. They did 4 workshops. They're great at selling, so don't have to sell much. The better that you become at selling, the more experienced you are, the more you're with Nutrimedics, the more your average will go up. So I find my average is around $1,200 per group presentation in sales. So the sales director we have here, $4,000 in personal sales from doing workshops. Have a new ESM come out in their team. They had a senior group leader, 2 more ESMs, some VIPs. So you can see the breakdown of income here. They earn on their personal sales. They earn on their team. They earn on each of the managers that they had. They receive a cash for car bonus, the elevation bonus, and a petrol card. So $9,555 for the month. And this sales director is working the business around 30 to 35 hours per week. I mean, it's a fabulous income, really fabulous income, plus the trips and the other incentives. So I want you to, okay, I've added my first Instagram reel into a PowerPoint. So it's going to start straight away. And I was actually talking with, I might just stop staring at the screen for a little bit. I was talking with my niece and nephew while we were overseas about mindset. And this reel came up when we were on the plane on the way. And our plane was delayed a little bit. You know, there are a few little hiccups at the start of their trips, which there is with travel. We left a laptop on the plane. I left my backpack. Anyway, you know, things happen. And mindset comes into play, of course, through Instagram on my reel. So it talked about how important our mindset is and how we can do a 7-day shift. And I wanted to talk to you about this incredible guy that I've been following and let you listen to what he says about his 7-day shift. And then we'll chat more.
You want to completely shift your reality in less than a week? Commit to these 3 things. Number 1, stop complaining. No more complaining for the next week. Okay? Can you commit to that? Good. Next, no more excuses. No more excuses for the next week. Can you commit to that? Good. And the last thing is stop arguing for your limitations. The only thing that's holding you back right now is a story, is a narrative. A story that I'm not good enough, it's not possible for me, it's not going to work, it's unsafe. You are not the story. You are not the narrative. You are the infinite, limitless creator, the extension of the divine, an extension of the universe, observing the story, observing the narrative. Don't let it define you. If you can commit to those 3 things for this next week, I guarantee you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be more magnetic. You're going to start attracting incredible opportunities and blessings.
I mean, how incredible was that? So I really started to think about, first of all, what thoughts were coming up for me, you know, when something perhaps wasn't going right or we lost the laptop or whatever else happened. It's the stories that come up for us. So I decided for the 7 days that I wasn't going to whinge, I wasn't going to complain, I wasn't going to blame others, I wasn't going to do any of those. And something that you, when you're conscious of those things, you see them come up, right? And you're like, oh, I am just going to stop myself there. So I would love to encourage you to challenge yourself for that this week. And perhaps bring that into a mantra for this year, because we all have things that happen around us, right? But they don't have to happen to us. We can decide whether the things around us affect our mindset, affect our mood, affect our success and our trajectory for 2025, or we can decide that they don't. So I was really inspired by that, and I hope that you were too. So creating a bright future. This is how I wanted to share with you our beautiful team of sales managers and above. I am just so proud and so honored to work with this incredible group of women from across Australia and New Zealand. I mean, if you would have told me 5 years ago that I would have 22 SM ships within my business, I don't know that I would have believed you, but I knew that one at a time, you know, that I was going to meet the next best person in my business, and I was going to enjoy that experience of working with them and helping them to achieve their goals. And now we have this incredible team, and I know now that in the next 6 months, our team is going to double. I just know it. I have a feeling, because why not? You know, why can't our businesses double in the next 6 months? Why can't they double in the next 12 months? It is 100% up to us. We have all the tools, we have all the resources, we have everything we need to make it happen. It's just about making a decision. So what if you could create your bright future? What if you could come to us? A non-negotiable for me is our conference in July. I am so excited to see you all there at our conference. I mean, for me, it's a must. For all of our managers, anyone watching, it is a non-negotiable. It is a must. If there is a challenge or an obstacle or an excuse, I would love a phone call and we can chat through it, because it is going to really set up your business for the rest of the year. Down the bottom right here, this is our incredible team within our office. I just wanted to give a shout out to them. They help me every day be able to do what I do and lead from the front and go out and do the master classes and go and support the team. Just absolutely feel so blessed for both my Nutrimetics team members, my business, my mentor, my mum, and also for our team within AB Beauty. Some incredible achievements over the years, and Nutrimetics keeps throwing in these incredible achievements from our trip to Sydney. And I was talking to Vicky the other day, I know Vicky's watching online. I'm like, so we're going on a cruise, then we're going on a trip to Sydney, then we're going to Gold Coast for the conference, then we're going to Borneo. I mean, how good is 2025? Sounds pretty good to me. I love it. The company cars. These are some of the company cars that I've had the pleasure of driving. I'm taking cash for car at the moment, but I am looking at next year. There's a new Lexus that I've got my eyes on. So I'm excited to use my cash car for car bonus for that next year. And for me, Nutrimetics, running my own business, doing life is all about fun. It's about adventure. You know, if it's not exciting and if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So another reason to have people help with the monotonous tasks that perhaps you don't love as much at home. Some of our incredible trips, and these bring so much joy when I look back through the photos of all the incredible trips that we've been on with so many of you that are watching online. I mean, I just pinch myself at the experiences that we've been able to have together, and so many more that we will be able to over the next few years. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for jumping online tonight. I hope I've inspired you to step outside your comfort zone, to squash any excuses, any external or internal voices, and just go and make 2025 your best year yet. So thanks everyone so much.
Thank you, Adam. Really, really appreciate it. And I would just love to congratulate you and your team. I'd love to congratulate everyone watching tonight as well, because every one of you have had some success over the last 12 months. And I want you to pat yourself on the back for that, to pat each other on the back for that as well. And sometimes I pat myself on the back for just being here and staying the distance as well. And I think that that's important. There's a little poem that says, "Don't quit." And many of you have read it or seen it over the years. And that is the secret of success I do believe that Nutrimedics is very similar to being an athlete. And I want you to, you don't need to become a superb athlete at high jump or tennis or football or whatever it might be. But so many people I'm seeing on the screen right now, you are an elite business person in the field of beauty.
Yes.
And remember that you are an elite success with that. And this business does require grit. It does require consistency. It does require being able to go the distance, to ride the roller coaster, and you will have highs and you will have lows. And it's the strength that you show when you're going down on the roller coaster and the climbing back up again that will really make the difference. And so many of you perhaps know a little bit about my story. And last November, I've been with Nutrimedics for 44 years. And this young man has had Nutrimedics experience from the day he was born. I have to add that for both my sons as teenagers, they were paid $20 to read Being Happy by Andrew Matthews, to read Follow Your Heart by Andrew Matthews, to read Making Friends. How do you make friends? How do you build relationships? And for some people, that comes very naturally. For me, I actually had to learn, and I would ask Terry Jones, my upline, beautiful senior regional director, it was called at the time. I say, Terry, what do I say when I knock on the door and go into the person's house? I just don't know what to say. Now, you've got to think, I joined in the 1980s. So what Terry, and I went to watch Terry do a workshop. And if you haven't watched a successful, amazing woman or man do a workshop recently, then I'm going to challenge you to go and do that. Yeah. So Terry would sit down, she'd say, hi, oh, you're so beautiful. I love the color you're wearing. Oh, the roses, the lounge. Like, she would find at least 3 things that were absolutely fabulous about that person. And then she would say, because 1980s, she would sit down with her more cigarettes. I don't know if you know them. They're a little bit like a little cigar. And she'd say, oh, darling, I would just love a cup of coffee and an ashtray. And that was her line for when she met someone.
Probably wouldn't work as well now.
Right.
Same.
Perhaps not. But I had to learn the words. And my words were, oh, how do you know Lucia? It's so lovely that you've come here tonight. So I would ask them how they know their hostess, how they know the person.
Yeah.
Now, quite honestly, the things that I do the most today, and it is a pivot, it is a change, but it works, is having people come for a free facial. So when I did an event, a little stand at an event a few months ago, I've still got people coming for a free facial for them. And so I'm doing free facials. And I was doing an appointment even on the day of my birthday that I turned 70 with 2 customers. So that is dedication. But don't worry, the whole week was about lunches and dinners and planning our overseas trip. And it just makes my life fun. And I'm not ready to watch The Bold and the Beautiful anymore. Adam's not ready to party every single night. He's been there, done that in his 20s, but he is ready to party with a makeup masterclass.
Definitely.
Once or twice a day, or 4 times.
And on our international trips, on the dance floor.
On the dance floor. Very good. Excellent. And on the dance floor last week in Bali, and then in Tokyo as well.
Yeah, I do like dancing.
So you do like dancing. So have a really strong why, have a reason. And for me, it comes down to a few things. One is that I just love bringing joy or happiness or the benefits of giving someone a beautiful facial or giving them a makeup. I love the smile or the feeling of happiness that comes to their face. So if that's what does it for you, then that is wonderful. For my 2 customers that came over and they just wanted to buy some Nutri-Rich oil. And one of them she is turning 80 in April. So her girlfriend came and I said, Chris, how about we both take Robin out to lunch for her birthday, for her 80th? And Robin is a bit of a country girl. She said, nothing too fancy. I said, we're going to Hastings Street to Bistro C. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. So she's a bit worried that the restaurant's a bit fancy, but that's the sort of thing that you can do for people. And as you build the business and go up a level, you actually have the ability to help more people. I remember explaining, and Adam, you caught on to this very quickly.
Yes.
As a group leader, instead of a consultant, you can help more people. As a senior group leader, you now have more people to help, and you can help more people. And by the way, in the Louise Buechner University of Nutrimedics, you need more than 3 people to become a group leader. You need more than 5 people to become a senior group leader. You probably need 25 or 50. And then become a sales manager. You have the ability to help more people and be in front of more people and chat to and encourage and inspire and be a role model for more people as a sales manager than you do as a consultant.
Yeah. We are not meant to be stagnant. All right. As human beings, we are meant to grow. We are meant to flourish. We are meant to be challenged. We are meant to learn new skills and new techniques and then to share those and teach those to others. And that's super exciting.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Yeah. And Adam, you have really filled your diary last year.
Yes.
What one difference did you do, or decision did you make to fill your diary more, to do more personal sales, and to earn that extra income that allowed you to employ some more people?
Yeah. I just booked, I started with booking my diary out for the month, right? So this started a few years ago, and I would just book in all the appointments that I wanted to do for the month. And then I would just make them happen. And with the makeup masterclasses, because people are paying to come and do the class, there's not really any postponement. So that's a whole new experience as well, which is quite interesting. But so I would just book in the dates that I wanted to do, the locations that I wanted to do those classes, and then I know that we have a success formula to be able to fill those classes. But if I was doing it the traditional way in terms of free facials or workshops, which I still do on the occasion as well, I always book double what I want. Because I know, or double book them and then ask one of the girls in the team to go and do the free facial for you as well. So put everything that I want in my calendar and always overbook, because there'll be 1 or 2 things that move throughout the month or throughout the week. And once I had 1 month booked out, then I would start to have 2 months ahead and then 3 months ahead. And now I'm filling my diary for August at this moment. So I've got every day planned until August. I need to know when the trip in September is, so then I can start to plan my September. And it's so interesting because I'm such a spontaneous person. So I actually love spontaneity, but my calendar is so structured and it needs to be for me to achieve my goals. So I remember, our last day in Bali, and you said, what do you want to do? Do you want to go here? And I said, I don't want any plans because I want to be spontaneous today. Right. So I plan a spontaneous day in my calendar and I'm like, I'm not going to book anything in, but I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be really exciting. So I still am able to fulfill that spontaneity in a different way. But just be super organized with your time. Like, yeah, everything's mapped out and I feel fulfilled. And I know so many coaches that I've spoken to and people that are online today that have had coaches as well have said to me, with a 4-hour block throughout the day, you can just do whatever for those 4 hours, or you can actually time block them and make every single moment count, because those 4 hours are going to pass anyway. So it's totally up to you whether you want to be intentional with your time. Yeah.
I would say at least 4 hours a day, some days 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day. It is scheduled phone calls to members of your team. It is scheduled Zooms to members of your team or a little group of members. If they've got a few people that want to come on, you do a scheduled Zoom with those.
Yep.
It's scheduled time with the girls who are working in your office so that they know what they're doing or what the key points are to work on that particular day. And a scheduled 15 minutes sometimes for your lunch break.
Yeah.
Or
Or for a
some-
tanning break, or for yoga or Pilates or
Yes.
brow appointment. Need a brow appointment.
You need the brow appointment. It's definitely a highlight. Yeah. Sometimes the manicure, pedicure, haircut.
Yeah.
There was no time for a haircut for some of the weeks before Christmas.
No, there wasn't. I had to wait till after January. We're just slashing it out. But it was
Yeah.
so cool.
So I think that there's some of the skills that you've got really, really good at. Were you good at that when you first started?
Absolutely not. Horrible. Actually terrible. So bad. I remember one of my hosts would always book me for like an hour. She would say, she would invite all of her guests at 2 because she knew I'd be there by 3. So she would say to them all, come at 2. Adam's booked us for a 2 o'clock, but he won't get there till 3. So we'll just have some drinks and some chatting before. I was such a through time person. I was not scheduled. My goodness. But I've learned the skills.
Well, why did
finally.
they book with you?
I
What
think they
did
had
you-
fun. Like,
What
you
did
know,
have to
I always made it fun.
Mm.
So they'd always book with me, and whenever I was late, I'd bring free gifts.
do?
So I'd walk through the door saying, I've got a gift for everyone. But I'm always early now. I get anxious if I'm late. So it's just refining those skills. I think I've refined the skills over the years, and it's incredible what you can do when you really just do it. You give it a go. You plan your day, you stick to a schedule, and you go, oh my gosh, that works, and I can do it again.
Yeah.
And I think when you're excited, when you have something that excites you, that motivates you, that inspires you, you're energized, right? You're in a state, and someone said I think Chia said, or someone in a state of flow. When you're in a state of flow, it's easy to get up and get into it.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
And what do you do first thing in the morning to get yourself in a state of flow? Adam?
Yeah. So when I wake up, I meditate for just 5 minutes. So that can be just focusing on breath, on deep breathing. And that was something that really helped me to just clear my mind and make sure that I'm in a peaceful state to start my day. And then I drink water. Because in the past, my habit would be to have a coffee and look at my phone. So I've replaced that with meditate and drink water. And then I have a coffee and look at my phone after that. But I just, having those moments of just clarity and thinking about nothing to just start my day in a really great state, I
Very
find really helps me.
Yeah. And how do you cope with the challenges? So you and I are both good at doing an order and making sure that we miss something from the order. Like we miss the eyeshadow, or we miss the cleanser, or we miss something or other, or we send 1 of something and the girl wanted 3 of something.
Yes.
How do you cope with those phone calls, Adam?
I delegate them to someone in the office. I don't like those phone calls.
But you had to cope with them for a
No,
long
I did.
time.
I definitely did. You just call them. I love with conflict resolution, I guess, whether it's, someone upset about something that they haven't received, or something happening within the team that you need to resolve, or someone's going through something that you need to chat about. I just find it best to just call direct. I'm such a pick up the phone person. Hey, it's Adam. Oh my goodness. So sorry that this has happened. I so apologize. I'm going to send you this, and I'm going to send you a free gift. I've kept the free gift up, so I always have free gifts to make up for it if that happens. But how do I deal with the challenges? I think for me, doing my yoga course really helped me to understand that I am in control of my thoughts, and and if I'm in control of my thoughts, I'm in control of my emotions. And I'm not in control of my thoughts all the time, but I know when I'm not in control of my thoughts that I can pull myself up on that and go, okay, I need a state shift. I need to go meditate. I need to go for a walk. I need to go for a hike. I need to dance around the living room. I need to like shake out this energy. I need to, get back, and then I need to focus, and I need to work on the next thing.
Solve the issue.
Solve the problem, solve the issue.
Yeah. A lot of the way that we solve an issue is give a free gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And another
Yeah.
one is
Diane's laughing. She's experienced that with that's probably one or two things I was supposed to say. And I'm like, what's that about you?
yeah. And you know what? Forgive yourself. You do your best.
Yeah, I literally we do.
Yeah. And we often send things express post too.
Hmm.
So they get it super fast.
Yeah.
That works as well.
Yeah.
And what else do you do if you for example, you get off the plane and you've left your backpack on the plane and it's got your computer in it, your laptop,
My car keys, my house keys.
your car keys, your house keys, it's got everything. You go to the Qantas desk and they said, yeah, could take up to 8 weeks to get it back.
Yeah, to get it back.
What do you do? Do you carry on like a Fruit Loop, or what do you do?
No Fruit Loops, yeah. No, because it's out. Okay, I'm only in control of what I can be in control of, right? And if I made the decision to left my backpack, number one, there's a lesson to be learned there, which is, Adam, it's good to double check the overhead locker. It's a great idea, so I'll remember that for next time. Doesn't mean I won't forget something in the future, but I will double check more often. And it's out of my control. I mean, oh well. It will come back.
It will.
I believe that the backpack will arrive at some point, and that's not going to change my day. That's not going to change my attitude. I'm also not going to beat myself up about that, because there's no point in that. That's not going to be good for me. It's not going to be good for my business. It's not going to be good for you. It's not going to be good for anyone in my sphere of vibration if I start talking negatively to myself about the mistake or the mishap or the decision that I made. So
I know
yeah.
one thing I'm going to say that I think I'm going to take away from it is your brother, my eldest son, when every time he places an order, and sometimes we do the orders together because I do run a lot of his business for him, he will count how many items they're supposed to be on the order. So he does it with every single order. He'll say, okay, there's the piece of paper with what the lady wants. She wants 8 items, 3 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this. Have I got 8 items on the order?
I should have done that with the bags, because we had a lot of hand luggage.
We did. So I've decided that's what we're doing with the bags.
That's a great idea, Mum.
That we don't leave the plane until we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags.
Yeah, but there's no point. We were talking about this before. There's no point in becoming angry or self-sabotaging or being self-deprecating at all. There's no point in it. Like, yes, it is important to identify and to recognize and to feel emotions, right? Like, it's in the past, I had a bit of a challenge with that, where I would just throw positivity on everything and think that it would fix it. And it can be a bit of a mask and a shield. So, if you're frustrated or you're angry or you're sad, or it's important to recognize that and to feel that, but then also you don't have to sit in that space. You do not have to do that. That is a choice. You can choose to feel that, you can choose to recognize that. And it actually helps to verbalize that. And I can say, like, hey, Mum, I'm actually really frustrated that I left the bag on the plane. It was a bit stupid of me. I should have double checked that. But I'm going to choose to, leave the bag there because the plane is gone. And I'm going to continue on the next plane and go home.
We got all the bags from Bali
We
to
did get all,
Sydney.
I know, we did well.
It's just when we changed
actually
from
did a great job.
Sydney to Brisbane.
Like, I'm surprised we have most of the bags, really.
And the bags grew over the trip. We didn't have that many when we started
They
either.
did. But yeah, I have definitely learnt to just bring a sense of calm into almost everything that I do. And deep breathing really helps with that. And yeah, and having someone to just chat to about it as well. And I know Beck just commented as well. And Beck and I call each other at times as well. And we were like, hey, we just got a call. We're going to chat about something, you know, feeling a certain way, need to just let those feelings out. And then we can continue on. So
That's
it's
right.
good to have a buddy, a mentor, a coach, someone that you can chat to about your feelings, but also be able to express negative emotions in a positive way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, a lot of it is, what can I learn from this?
Yeah.
And for you, it's let it go, let
Yeah.
it go, let it go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's great. And I know that when you do the VIA strengths, values in actions, VIA, if you haven't done that, Adam could pop it on the Creating a Bright Future. Your upline can send that to you. And also the DISC profile. I think those two things have helped us understand our own personalities and characters. And so, for instance, one of your besties, Danny, her value in action, her main strength is humor and playfulness.
Yes.
So you just dance around her, and then all of a sudden, and she dances.
Yeah.
And then the whole mood changes as well.
Yeah. I think it's important to know what drives you, what motivates you, what energizes you, and what de-energizes you as well. And if you can work in that space of that positive energetic space for you, I mean, life's going to be more enjoyable and you're going to be more successful. So yeah.
I learned early in my career, and that was when we went mostly to people's homes to do workshops. Now I mostly have people come here for a masterclass, a makeup masterclass, or a facial. And at that time, it was you turn the ignition off and you turn the smile on. Ruth Beatty is nodding, Lucia is nodding. Vicky Reeve and Terry Jones must have said that to me 100 times.
Yeah.
And the other thing they said 100 times is, when you welcome someone to your place or you go into someone else's place, you compliment the person. You compliment the person. They are a bit nervous. Make them feel comfortable. Whether it's at their place, is their house okay? Have they got the right people there? Blah, blah, blah. Or if they come to your place, they need to be made feel comfortable.
And it's the same with your team members as well. Your group leaders, your senior group leaders, your sales managers, your managers. Call them, let them know they're doing a good job, right? Let them know that they've had a fabulous month, or they did this really well, or the sponsoring was great, or you appreciate them and what do they need from you, or what extra support. I think I think that's really important, to take the time to recognize and celebrate others. I had the opportunity a few weeks ago to have lunch with Imelda Roach in Sydney, which was just such a special experience. We spent 3 hours together, and she said, and really cemented for me, that her mantra for building her billion-dollar empire that she had was recognition of people, recognizing others for their strengths, recognizing others for what they've done well, and just working hard. She said, Adam, at one point, and for those of you that don't know, Imelda Roach was built Nutrimetics to the business it is today, and then sold it for many millions. And Imelda said to me at one point that they had to get a loan for $120 million, and they didn't know how they were going to cover the expenses, but she just said to Bill, we're just going to do it. We don't know how we're going to make the loan repayments, but we're just going to do it. And she said, she had a joke that they worked 8 days a week and 28 hours a day to be able to move their business forward. And, over the past few years, whilst I've really enjoyed life and still spent time traveling, and I've also worked some big hours. And the week before Christmas, Taz and I were running classes in Outback Queensland, and we worked 123 hours that week. So that's what Taz clocked for her hours in my office. And I was like, oh my gosh, did we really work 125 hours this week? That's actually crazy. Now, I don't do that every week, but that gave me the ability to be able to then take January off and still earn an incredible income.
Yeah.
And yeah, do what I love. But
Yep.
yeah.
Fantastic, Adam. I hope there's been lots of learnings for all of you. I hope that, and I am a big believer in the stories, and Adam put lots of effort into preparing this presentation for all of you today. He, I really thank him. Thank you so much, Adam, for flying home and being prepared to do Creating a Bright Future tonight.
It's a pleasure, Mum.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate it. And I really appreciate all of you for coming on tonight. We will make this a YouTube video, and then we'll share it with you if you would like to share it with everyone else. So let's create a bright future. Let's have fun for the month of February.
Yes.
And let's set a huge sponsoring goal. And let's set a big goal of booking people into our diary, because the sales will come when the bookings are there. Have fun, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate all of you. And I'll see lots of you in Singapore and on the cruise ship.
Next month.
Okay. Thanks,
Bye, everyone.
guys. Bye.